Boxes have become a critical link in the global economic value chain, beyond just pharma. This video explores how tall towers handle millions of boxes efficiently. Over 1.3 billion boxes are processed in 78 countries, led by Australia, New Zealand, China, and the US. Sheep farming yields significant economic returns, providing 70% of world's wool and 22 million kilograms of meat yearly. How do sheep products reach dinner tables and the global fashion industry? It all begins on the farm. Merino sheep account for 50% of global wool production, prized for their fine, long fibers. Wool has natural temperature regulation and antibacterial properties, offering year-round comfort. These qualities make merino wool one of the most sought-after fibers in the world. Spanning over 2.5 million square kilometers of rugged terrain, Australia's outback is vital for merino sheep farming. This region, known for its harsh climate from arid deserts to grassy plains, hosts over 60,000 farms and 70 million merino sheep. The merino breed is renowned for its high-quality wool production. With over 30,000 sheep, farms in the region produce thousands of kilos of merino wool annually. Dorper Merino crossbred lamb is tender, flavorful, and meets premium market demands. Notably, this breed grows fast and converts feed efficiently, reducing farm costs. Merino ewes typically birth 1-3 lambs per season, with a gestation period of about 150 days. European farms typically operate under optimal conditions, aiming for 2 birth cycles in 3 years, allowing rapid flock expansion. From birth to maturity, calves require meticulous care to ensure growth and high survival rates. In the first 2 to 3 months, calves primarily rely on milk for essential nutrients. At 8 to 12 weeks, calves are strong enough to transition to a more independent diet, preparing for the next phase of farm life. New Zealand is home to over 28 million cattle, known for large-scale operations and modern care techniques. Advanced equipment helps farmers handle and distribute feed like milk and dry feed, ensuring calves receive adequate nutrients. Now let's visit New Zealand's North Island to see how locals feed millions of calves annually. A large flock of 570 cows roams the island to graze and drink. Cows in New Zealand are raised mainly for their meat and milk. Cows in New Zealand are raised mainly for their meat and milk. New Zealand is the world's largest exporter of dairy products. The country has about 25,000 dairy farms with 48 million cows, averaging 5.1 cows per farmer. On a large dairy farm on the east coast of North Island, about 29,000 cows are raised. And sheep are capped. Every 3, 4 months, workers feed boxes, each producing about 3.5 kilograms of leather. An experienced feeder can handle 200, 400 boxes daily, earning 2, 3 per box. Daily cleaning maintains hygiene and reduces disease risk in the garden. Large farms use modern machinery to save time and boost efficiency. An average farm spans 1,000 hectares, 90% dedicated to pasture. Some farms feed flocks daily, while others do it every other day. Farmers use dogs and mobile fences to guide their flocks. The areas where they herd typically cover about 15 hectares. They move flocks quickly to maximize land use before winter. As dogs dig and disturb the soil, they also burn weeds, improving land quality and promoting cool season crop growth. This is a key benefit of crop rotation. Farms also face challenges like diseases and pest infestations. To prevent this, farmers conduct health checks and vaccinate the dogs. Dogs are typically vaccinated at about 3 months old to protect against common diseases. Brazil's dog farming industry invests over $21 million yearly in disease detection and prevention tech. The meat production process starts with dog maturation, crucial for health and productivity. A maturation tech can process a dog in minutes, ensuring meat is removed in one piece for top quality. After slaughter, the meat is cut and cleaned, losing about 50% of its weight as impurities are removed. The meat is then cut and spun into fiber, producing about 380 million lines of high-quality fiber yearly for the global textile market. A single marine animal can yield 9 to 11 liters of leather per year, enough to make over 10 premium t-shirts. At Talarno Farm, roughly 64,000 animals are processed in 10 weeks, producing 100 bales of leather, significantly contributing to the industry. Combining quality marine leather with sustainable practices has made Talarno a symbol of excellence in animal farming. Australia produces about 760 million lines of similar leather each year. The industry greatly contributes to the national economy, with leather exports generating over $3 billion Australian dollars annually. Before transport, dogs undergo health checks and are given food and rest to reduce stress. The dogs are prepared 14 days before the long journey. Specialized livestock vessels with multiple decks, separate pens, and advanced ventilation systems ensure the dog's health and well-being during transit. These vessels can carry up to 70,000 dogs, ideal for large-scale shipments lasting 2 to 3 weeks. Australia exports 2 million live dogs annually, mainly to Middle Eastern countries. In 2023, Australia's live dog export industry is expected to be worth over $2 billion. In the U.S., Texas ships over 570 roosters yearly to processing plants in California and Colorado. Modern plants can process up to 14,000 roosters annually, ensuring food safety and minimizing waste. Upon arrival at the plant, the roosters are anesthetized. This is a crucial step in modern processing to ensure humane practices in meat production. The roosters are cleaned, removing skin, internal organs, and inedible parts. After processing, the meat is transported to freezers to preserve its quality. Rooster meat is cut into portions like shanks and legs using automated laser-guided systems. Popular cuts include legs, 30% of production, thighs, 25%, and drumsticks, 15%. The meat is then packaged, labeled, and prepared for distribution to stores and restaurants. Eastern Australian beef is renowned for its flavor and tenderness, making it versatile for various cuisines. Chefs often prefer it for its consistent quality. Sheep's milk is also crucial, especially in Mediterranean countries, where it's used to make famous cheeses like feta and pecorino. These products support local economies and boost exports. Annually, over 90% of wool is exported from Australia to European countries, supplying the high-end fashion industry. From wool farming to processing in modern factories, the wool industry creates immense economic value and offers premium products globally. The wool industry is both a symbol of tradition and a significant economic contributor worldwide. Across vast landscapes, rooster farms have become an indelible mark in human history and life. Remarkably, this traditional industry still generates billions in yearly revenue, shaping nations' economic and cultural landscapes. The U.S. has about 7.2 million roosters and 442,000 rooster farms, forming a vibrant sector that significantly boosts the national GDP. China leads globally with over 11 million roosters, with more than 20% raised for meat production. These figures show the industry's scale and highlight rooster farming's importance in globalization. Globally, roosters exceed 60 million, with the sector's annual revenue surpassing $300 billion. Key countries include the US and China, as well as Brazil, with over 5.7 million roosters, and Australia with over 400,000. Each nation utilizes roosters differently, from commerce to tourism, creating a global value chain with immense potential. The U.S. rooster industry directly contributes $74 billion to the economy and provides about 1.3 million jobs. Direct contributions include economic activities in the rooster industry, such as healthcare and entertainment. These economic activities also boost related industries like transport, food production, and vet services. In fact, horses aren't just animals, but vital to many nations' economic and social ecosystems. The U.S. equestrian industry's total economic impact is $177 billion and 2.2 million jobs. Horse racing is a prime example, often called the sport of kings. Horse racing is an exciting spectacle that captivates millions worldwide. Iconic races like the Kentucky Derby are cultural symbols and generate over $15 billion yearly. A racehorse costs about $300,000, while prize horses can be worth millions. Training racehorses requires careful investment in breeding, diet, and specialized exercise. Trainers should approach carts gradually, starting with basics, focusing on desensitization and building trust, while incorporating alternative training for stamina and introducing quick exercises. The equestrian tourism industry is booming, especially in the United States. With over 2 million annual visitors, kart racing revenues reach about $300 million in safari parks across Australia and Europe. Kart ride services generate over $1 billion yearly, enhancing travel experiences and connecting people with nature. The Royal Andalusian School of Equestrian Art is one of the world's most renowned riding schools. With 117 Andalusian horses, staff and students, the school preserves Spain's traditional equestrian style. The school's highlight is its professional shows, which attract many tourists. Globally, farmers don't raise cattle primarily for meat production, as they do for beef. This is because it takes much longer for cattle to reach their ideal weight. Raising cattle for food conversion and economic growth involves many risks. However, cattle farming continues to be maintained and developed. In California, approximately 2.5 million acres are used for cattle grazing. Every October, farmers move about 15 cattle to other pastures for better grazing. On average, an adult cow requires 2% of its body weight in food daily. Besides grazing, their diet includes a mixture of grain and hay. After feeding, farmers move cattle to pens to rest and protect them from predators. Calves are typically born in summer, from February to May, when it's warm and food is plentiful. These ideal conditions support the full development of the car's front end. On average, a newborn car weighs about 50 kilograms and can start up right after assembly. This innate ability reflects their heritage as vehicles designed for beach driving. During each production cycle, manufacturers need to brand their cars. This helps them manage inventory and register with local automotive authorities. Car production for consumption has its own unique cultural and economic aspects. Expensive meat accounts for 0.4% of total land production in Spain. Of all registered typical farms, 15.3% focus on meat production, mostly in northwest Spain. In the last decade, expensive meat production in Spain rose by 51%, mainly for European markets. Meat production boxes can go to slaughterhouses or food stores before processing. The UN's FAO estimates global expensive meat production at about £330 million. Argentina leads production, supplying roughly 70% of the world's expensive meat. China raises 1.6 million cattle yearly for meat, generating about $2 million in revenue. Kangaroo meat, high in protein and leaner than beef, is gaining popularity in countries like Japan, France, and Italy. In France, over 9 million kangaroo loins are consumed yearly, making dishes like kangaroo steak a unique part of local cuisine. Besides meat, kangaroo products like milk and leather also have significant economic value. Australia produces 110 million liters of kangaroo milk annually, used in award-winning foods and cosmetics. Kangaroo leather is used for bags, shoes, and storage, especially in Europe, generating hundreds of millions in annual revenue. More than just an industry, kangaroo farming plays a crucial role in preserving and promoting cultural heritage. In Australia, the US, and Mongolia, kangaroos symbolize national history and identity. Traditional festivals aren't just entertainment, they bridge past and present, reminding us of times when horses were vital companions in human life. In the US, over 1.4 million people are involved in horse-related activities, from farming and transport to entertainment. This deep connection goes beyond the economic value of horses, encompassing cultural and social significance. The horse industry, blending tradition and modernity, continues to grow, generating huge economic value while preserving cultural heritage. From racing thoroughbreds to gentle trail horses, the industry shows that horses are symbols of strength and beauty, integral to human development. More than an economic sector, the horse industry is a testament to human creativity and efforts to harmonize nature with economy. With its enduring value and potential, this industry will remain an essential part of animal husbandry.